Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Trek YT here, or Nick, back at it again with another episode of the SkyBlock on SkyRegions. In today's episode, I have a couple things planned, a couple things were released in between episodes that is going to make this episode kind of what it's all about. So without further ado, guys, let's jump right into today's episode. If you guys don't already know what I'm talking about, on Utopia and Fantasy in between episodes, we have had the Nether release. So if you are playing on either of those regions and are not already aware of that, definitely jump on the regions and definitely get to the Nether because there's still so much stuff left. Now, blaze spawners, probably not, but that is something that I kind of want to focus on today. I actually got a blaze spawner. I got one blaze spawner. I'm going to go back out and look again just to make sure because I have /fly, so I can fly pretty far out in the Nether and a lot faster than other people. So we're going to double check just to make sure. I've heard that there's still a couple spawners probably in there. Hopefully we can maybe find some. I don't really think we will, but we'll just hope for the best. But this is what I did when I did go out in the Nether. I got tons and tons of horse armor, saddles. I got some books. I didn't even know you could get books, but I got books. And then I got some glowstone just because I want to pick it up. And then I killed a couple wither skeletons. And this I didn't actually get from looking way out in the Nether. That is also another portion of today's episode that I want to focus on. So what we're going to focus on first is we're going to jump right into our sky key, get that out of the way, and then we're going to go ahead and carry on with today's episode. We're still really hoping for ourselves to get a villager spawner. I doubt we're going to get it, but we're just going to hope for the best for today's sky key. So we're just going to roll one. I only have one for today. Hopefully we can get something that is maybe a chat win. I would hope. Did we? Oh, I was going to say, did we really just win /fly and I already have it? 2 extra sky keys. Awesome. So we're going to split these up between these two. I mean, that's pretty awesome. So I think I have to go like this. There we go. That redeems our 2 sky keys. Now, if I go in here, I'll roll one in here, and I'll roll one on the other one. So, technically, we're doing 3 sky keys today, so that's double the chances that we can hopefully get a chat win of some sort. We got a villager egg. That's okay. I mean, we got it before. I did just end up selling them off. I decided I didn't really want to use them, but hopefully we can maybe get a chat win out of this one. I really am hoping not to get a $30 kit, but I have a feeling that's what's coming to us right now. So, let's see what we can get from this guy. Another villager egg. These are so common. I don't understand why, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to separate them up and both AH them for 70k, and that's kind of, I think, what I sold them for last time, and they both sold, so I figured, why not just resell them for 70k and hope for the best, hopefully make ourselves a little bit more cash. But what we're going to do before we jump into anything else, as you guys can see by my bow, I did get some money in between episodes, so what we're going to do is we're just going to buy another, where is it? An iron golem spawner right now. Buy the, not 2, just 1. And we're just going to buy that. We're just going to throw it up here just to try to hopefully make our rates a little bit better. I don't actually know, but this is actually working pretty good. I haven't really been AFKing it. I might make some sort of way to get up to my little AFK platform up there in today's episode, so if you guys want to AFK, you can. I have had to deal with a couple people shoveling me. If you guys don't know what shoveling it is basically you kill yourself on my island, so that way it fills up my hopper down here, which is kind of annoying, but, it's something that I have to deal with since I decided to go with an open concept, which I think honestly looks better than having it closed up. So that's just something I have to deal with, and I guess that's something I have to deal with. You guys were also probably wondering why there was a horse in my intro. I ended up buying a horse spawner just because I wanted to use all these saddles that I got over here. But for some reason, I don't know why, I can't tame the horses. So I think I'm going to have to figure out why I can't do that, because I do really want to have a horse on my island. I definitely want to, when I eventually expand, I kind of expect this to be kind of a large base. Hopefully the server doesn't reset anytime soon, which I don't think it will. And it'll give us the chance to expand this base, because I want like tunnels like this, like hallways just galore. I want it to be, my base to be huge, have it massive, where I'll actually need to use horses to get around instead of just using /fly. So that's kind of something that I'm hoping for, and I think people can actually use horses on your island. I don't think that's true, actually. I think I just lied to you guys, but hopefully we can eventually use this horse spawner, and I'll figure out why I spent 20k on it for no reason. Before we carry on with our main thing for today's episode, and that is 1, creating ourselves a little blaze spawner, and then 2, working on a little community project that has kind of been sparked in the fantasy realm or region of SkyRegions, which we have I didn't realize this, but everyone on fantasy has really turned very communal, and everyone's kind of working together on a pretty special thing that I'm going to also contribute to, and hopefully I can bring my building skills to that and make it look a little bit better. The idea is already set, and I'll definitely give a shout out to the person that created it once we get to that part in this episode. But what I want to do right now is I want to do a little bit of enchanting. I've had this enchantment table outside my island for a little while, really trying to get silk touch on a thing, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that. I think I'm gonna have to get it in a book, to be honest with you. So I have a way of making pretty good XP right now, so I'm just gonna continue doing that until I can finally get myself a book of silk touch. So one thing that I forgot to mention in last episode, I promised somebody that I would do that, is I wanted to show you guys a small way that I have been making a little bit of cash. Now this is nowhere near my main way. My main way, I think might as well just tell you guys, I just sell stuff, okay? Like, I don't have any, like, secret creative way of, like, making money. Now, I do have small things like what I'm about to show you, but I really just find things that people could use. I go out and I grind for them, and then I'll sell them. Like, it's like somebody doesn't want to go out and get themselves a stack of quartz blocks. I'll sell them a stack for 5K, and I can make some decent cash off that. So that's kind of how I make a little bit of my money on SkyRegion. I just do the things that people don't really want to do, and then that's kind of how I benefit from that. So one thing though, I've actually made myself a automatic like nano farm cocoa bean gen. So if you guys don't know, if you go to shop, you can actually sell cookies. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Cookies. You can sell them for 1.5 for every single cookie. Now, that may not seem like over the top, but if you guys don't know the recipe for making cookies, it's 1 cocoa bean, and then it is, where is it? It is 2 wheat. Now let me show you some math. So if you go back into shop, if you go into the farming section, you can see that selling 1 wheat is 1. So this is now the price of 2. So we have 2 wheat, so it costs 2 wheat to make this cookie. And then over here, it's 0.3. So it's technically $2.3. I mean, these items that you craft to make the cookies is $2.3 if you were to sell them separately. Now, if you combine them like this, you get 8 cookies with those two things. Now, if you do 1.5 times 8, you're making $12 instead of 2.3. So that's a little small way that I've been making money. So I figure I'll show you guys how this thing works. It's pretty much like one of those nano farms, except the only catch to it is you have to have a dispenser on top, and then you have to have your piston going pretty quick back up and down to break the cocoa bean on its own. So I'll show you kind of how it works. It works really well. You just hold it down like this. What just happened? Okay, a little bit of lag, but you just hold it down like this, and it just spams. And then I have a hopper underneath it, so you're not really seeing everything go into my inventory, but you can see it's filling up pretty quick, and it doesn't really use that much bone meal. I don't even think it really uses this bone meal at all. So I think you only really need 2 dispensers. I have 3 just because it looks symmetrical in my opinion. So if you guys want to know how to build this, just kind of like pause it right now. So you have your bud power kind of thing over here. I don't know anything about redstone, but I do know that this makes a clock, so that's what I did. So if I were to turn this off, it'll stop doing that. But you need a block with 2 torches on it, redstone on top, redstone right here along the side, dispensers kind of like that. Then you have your redstone running down back like this all the way here, and then into this. 0 ticks on that, so nothing on that, and then just a piston, a sticky piston with your jungle wood log on it. And that's it. That's all it takes, and you turn it on, and it just makes you tons and tons of cocoa beans. And then you can combine that with also using your other nano farm that is pretty simplistic that I've shown before over here when you use this on wheat seeds. Where's wheat seeds? And then when you combine both of these together, this is where you start to really make some cash. You get all the wheat from this. Now, the wheat is slightly slower, so that's the thing you're really going to have to grind for. But if you're just going for cocoa beans, those grind out really easily. So if you can find a better way to make yourself some wheat, then might as well just use this auto cocoa farm thing over here and combine it with all the wheat that you have, and you make some way better cash than I would have thought, honestly. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to save up 260 stacks of wheat, and then I'm going to get 130 stacks of cocoa beans, and then I'll make myself 100k. Now that might not seem like a lot, but here's a dub chest that's 54, here's another 54 right here, so that's already 108 stacks plus whatever's in here. So I'm pretty close to halfway almost of getting myself as 100k. So I have about 50k in just cookies almost. So that's just, I guess, a little way to make money if you don't really know how to make it too well. Before we go ahead and we work on our blaze spawner, we're actually going to put it over here on the opposite side. So I'm going to probably do something not the same as this. I think we might knock out this wall or try to do something different, because I don't really want to make this spawner seeable. I just want to be able to have it so they flow down and I can just hit them kind of thing. So that's something that we're going to work on later, but I want to go into Warp Nether and show you guys what I was talking about on the community project that I kind of want to showcase, as well as I kind of want to contribute today in some way. So what has been going on in the fantasy Nether, and I hope that me making this video doesn't ruin it, but we have been pretty communal. So we have had a lot of people that have been donating spawners. Now, already once though, we have had spawners, about this amount of spawners, that have been taken by somebody that wasn't very nice. They took all the spawners. So what this is it was made by, I don't even see him around here, but his name is Stana85. He created this idea. He put one spawner and somebody didn't break it and they kind of just used it. So if you guys know, if you use a regular skeleton spawner in the Nether, it turns into wither skeletons, and this is kind of what people have been using it for, to grind out wither heads so they can get beacons or just fight withers and stuff like that. So it's kind of blown up and people have been starting to donate stuff. As you guys can see, we have some donated by this guy, these guys. So people have been starting to create this little communal thing, and people that are like newer players have been coming here and just grinding it out, and it's kind of amazing that people are being so respectable, and it's kind of great to see that we have a sense of community on the fantasy realm. I know this won't be possible on necessarily every single realm, so this is pretty awesome. But another thing is they've also created a nether wart farm. So if you're playing on fantasy, you guys can come over here, break this nether wart, get some of it, and then replace it. So for those of you that I guess never got the chance to go all the way out to a fortress and get your own nether wart, this is your chance to come and get a little bit of nether wart, bring it back to your own island, and then grind it out there. So it's just really cool to see all the community things that are going on in fantasy, and to see the SkyBlock community turn away from being a little bit negative and turn into something a little bit more positive. So this is something we're going to come back to today. I want to try to revamp this, make it look a little bit prettier, but while keeping the same idea going, communal and basically stuff like that. So what I want to do now, I'm going to do a little bit of off-camera stuff. I'm going to go fly out in the Nether, look for some more spawners. I'm also going to probably collect up some glowstone, and I'm probably going to collect up some quartz as well. So I'm going to go head out there, and I'm going to start to kind of just see where I get to. And if I come across a, I guess, fortress, I'm going to explore it with you guys. Hopefully, I'm only going to explore the ones that don't look like they've been touched. So I'm going to go ahead, head way out, and we're going to see what we can find. So I've been flying through the Nether for quite a while, and I have not seen too many signs of really anybody here. Now, yes, there's a couple things over here, like I think there's a couple holes. Not exactly sure if that's people or naturally gen, but I haven't really seen too much man-made stuff. So that makes me really kind of excited, makes me want to, think that there's going to be a spawner or two around here. So continue to fly around here like normal. Okay, let me think. Like if there was like somebody here, I would have thought they would have like blocked that lava off or something like that. So that's kind of just something I would have thought. So that's why I've been through about 2 wither farms so far, and I have that. As I was gonna say, I haven't found anyone with blaze spawners. What are the courts to this? We're not even out that far. I mean, maybe that's the trick. Maybe people were looking around the edges. That's kind of surprising, honestly. Okay, so the Nether, today, I'm recording this on a Monday. Nether came out, I think, Friday. So it's kind of surprising to me that there is still spawners now 4 days later. Now, that makes me kind of want to look even harder for more spawners, If I found one, so I think there's always 2 spawners in every single wither, whatever you call it. So, Nether fortress. So I'm going to continue to look around. I think this is a glitch over here, because I'm killing them. There's no spawner, and they're not. Yeah, they're not dying. They're still at 8. So that might be a glitch that I think Curtis might already know about, to be honest with you. So now I guess my problem now is to find the other spawner. I don't know exactly where it would be. Normally I think it would be like out in the open around here. So I'm just going to continue to walk around and hope for the best. Maybe I can find some chests with some stuff in it. Maybe some more horse armor. That's what I found when I first went out, was just a ton of chests just full of horse armor and stuff like that. So, wait, this looks promising up here. Oh, there it is. Wow, this is kind of hidden. That's actually so amazing to me that it's the 4th day and they still hasn't been completely swept out. So this makes me really want to just continue to go. So I'm probably just going to walk around the, I guess, Nether for like a bajillion more days or whatever and just hope for the best. Wow, we got 2 more spawners. So that's a total of 3 spawners that we have now. So one other thing that I want to mention. So when I first found a spawner, I found 2 of them. I didn't have a silk touch pick at the time, so I borrowed Cappy. If you guys don't know him, I think I've talked, you guys might know who he is on the server, but I borrowed Cappy's pick and I told him, he didn't even ask for this, I just told him I would give him a spawner if I found some, and if I used his pick. So I found 2 spawners, gave him 1, kept my other. So now we have a total of 3. So I'm going to continue to fly around, hope for the best. Maybe we can find some more spawners. That'd be dope, but I highly doubt it, but we're going to try. So I'll go ahead. If I don't find any, then we'll just cut back and we'll go to what we plan on doing next. So I went out even farther and we found another fortress, but this one is clearly rated. Neither of these have the spawners, but I still think this might be a glitch. Never mind, it's not a glitch. I was gonna say that I think there's definitely a glitch with some of the mobs where, like, I think this one might be a glitch one. See how it says 2x on the top of it, and I kill him. Clearly, you just saw me kill him. It still says 2x. That means there's 2 mobs there, but there is no spawner. So that definitely is a glitch in my opinion. I think Curtis is already notified about it. I just want to let you guys know about it. So I personally would give you guys this advice, especially being a staff member. If you guys have this glitch, please try to avoid abusing it, because I don't want anybody, I know that the staff I think already knows about it, but I don't want anybody to get like a punishment for abusing a stupid little glitch that they already knew about and knew probably they shouldn't abuse. So I'm just giving you guys that forewarning to try not to abuse this glitch or any glitch at all, because it could possibly result in you having some sort of punishment, even though it is just a glitch. So we're gonna head back to our island now. We're gonna throw everything back in this chest. We're gonna throw this in here with the rest of our spawners. Probably should organize a little bit of our chest, but I think we'll just throw our blocks and stuff like that over here. We'll probably sell our blaze rods, grab all this stuff, and throw it in here as well. So we'll just sell our blaze rods right now. I don't think they sell for very much, so it doesn't really matter even if you were, I guess, abusing that glitch. But just, guys, again, just stick away from abusing glitches. It's not fair, it doesn't help other people, and it could also result you in some sort of punishment. So just try to stick away from abusing glitches, because if you get caught, again, I don't want anybody to get, I guess, punished, banned, I guess kicked, or whatever the punishment may be for just abusing a stupid little glitch that you know you probably shouldn't be abusing. So what I want to do next is I want to build our blaze spawner, or whatever you want to call it. So basically it's going to be a manual spawner. It's not going to be like a one that you can AFK really. I only have 3 spawners, so it's nothing too major. It's really something there to just get XP when I want it and stuff like that. It's nothing too major, and I'm just trying to go with what you guys really want. You guys wanted me to expand and get more spawners and stuff like that this season, so that's one thing I'm trying to do. So maybe in the future I could expand this even more. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to get off our horse. I finally figured out how to tame it. I ended up just leaving the horse there for like a full day, like in IRL time, and I think the server reset is what allowed me to end up taming it, because I ended up just taming it. So what we're going to do next is we are going to just break this guy out right here, and then I'm going to go jump up top and I'll show you kind of where we're going to put it. So we're going to try to put the spawner itself over top of this part right here, and the reason for that is so if I'm ever AFK right here on my ult or whatever, it'll be activating the, I guess, iron spawner underneath the iron golem spawner, and it's also going to activate the blaze spawner so I could come back and then kill them all. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to go ahead and just break this whole thing right here, and then we can go ahead and we can start to set up our actual spawner up top. And now the only thing that I'm a little bit worried about, and I don't think I should be that worried about it, is this pillar right here. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm gonna take all these anvils out. Oh, I hope I don't lose one. And basically this is gonna be where you hit, and it's gonna be at 2 separate levels. So that's just one thing we're gonna have to try to work around the design part, but you're basically just gonna sit here and gonna be able to kill them. So what I'm gonna do next, going to go ahead and I'm probably just going to start to build a platform. I'm not going to time lapse or anything. I'm just going to go ahead and build the platform. So what I've built so far is just a box. So I thought that would be kind of boring to watch me build. So I built this box, and what this is going to be is it's just going to house where the spawners are going to be. So what we're going to have is we're going to have water that flows all the way over to here, and then this is where the blazes are going to hopefully drop down, and then they're just going to chill out right here. So what we need to build next though is we need to build the thing that they land on and then that you can kill them with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some more iron. I'm going to go like this, put some slabs on top of these parts right here, and then I will put a slab in the middle as like a, I don't know, I'll just put one in the middle as well. Now this is where it kind of gets a little bit tricky. Now I know I need to knock out this guy and this guy. I think I might also need to knock out that guy as well. This person should be knocked out. And then this guy and this guy. So now I need to kind of make it so the blazes can't get out. So that means that they're going to have to be at a height sort of like that. And now I have this glass that I can just fill in like so. And then I can do the exact same thing on this side, but I can do it one lower like this. And then this is basically going to just be where the blazes are going to be able to be seen through. So the glass will be right there. I'm going to make myself a way to get out of here real quick. So now I need to make a backing on here. And what I want to make the backing on is I want to make it with just one of the colored clays that we have in this chest over here. So let's make that. Let's see, I have clays right here and I have this. So let's hope that one of these has enough. I'm just going to try to do it with the purple to start, and if that doesn't work, then we'll have to get some more. So I'm gonna fill this guy in, and then I'll start to do the water with you guys afterward. So now that's not looking too bad. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw some stuff on top just like that to kind of make it look a little bit better. Now one thing that I'm going to do actually though is I'm going to break this piece of glass and turn this into probably another block like this. Then I will put that like so. No, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to put this stair. I'm going to do the same thing behind here as well, just because I think it'll look weird if it's just a straight attached to the glass. So I'm going to go ahead, put this on here, put it like that. Now, that's not perfect, but it definitely looks better than what was there before. So now we have to go up to the top. We're going to go to the home out, and then we're going to start to work on some of the water. So there's only one negative to this room right here. This guy is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks long. So we're going to have to just break this wall down or add this wall one longer just because I don't really feel like changing levels in the water flow. So I'm just going to go ahead and make the wall make the room 1 block shorter so that way we don't have to worry about that. And it's kind of giving us a little bit more IS level. Now I'm still at IS level 1 because I don't really want to update it. I think it looks kind of cool just at level 1, especially when I talk in the chat to people. So probably not going to be changing that. I'm probably going to be leaving that. Of course, someday I will go ahead and I'll update it because then it'll have to be updated for challenges in the future, which we haven't completed any challenges in the recent times, but that's because I'm kind of putting it off because one of the challenges is updating my iron level and I don't really want to do that at the time. So this looks like it is good. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start to put on this roof up here. I'm actually going to add it 1 layer up. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this in and then we'll start to place the spawners together. So we have finished putting on the ceiling up here. What we need to do now is add the spawners in. So what I need to do is kind of find the center. So I know this is 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means this block is the center of the room straight up here. So this is the center. Now, I don't know if I want to just stack all the spawners, but I probably am just going to do that. So we're going to place 1 for now. Do we see blades spawn in? Let's place this many more, and I think they stack. They do. So 8 blaze now. Let me actually go down here and block up this hole. And let's see. How does this work? How is this working? Now, if I'm standing here and I'm hitting them, how well does that work? It's kind of annoying with this thing right here. So I'm going to probably go ahead and break this guy out. Like that, place a block here and here, but now that looks really weird. This is kind of interesting. So let's break this guy out. Let's grab a stair block. Try that. maybe? Huh. Not really sure. It's just a weird place for these guys to be. I'm thinking almost like taking this whole thing out in general, just because then I can stand up close like this. But then it's kind of weird looking right here. Maybe I'll just take this guy out, leave this like that. Or what I could do is again take it out and put a stair in there. Doesn't look that bad, but then I could change this all out to the same texture as that. And then I could end up adding like something like right there. But then down here though, I'm still not sure what to do with all of this though. I again could take this stuff out. Take this guy out. And then maybe take this out as well. And then add in some of this wood. Now this isn't looking too bad. It's looking a little weird, but it doesn't look too weird though. Like that's a weird word to use, but it doesn't look too weird. So I'm going to take these guys out. I'm probably going to get rid of all this iron down here, and we're just going to fill it all in with some stone slabs just to make it look all kind of symmetrical and stuff like that. So we'll go ahead down here, place some stone slabs like this, and then let's go see what this kind of looks like. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at that I think will look good. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get some blocks to kind of just fill this stuff in, and we'll see how we actually like it at the end. So I got some blocks. I'm going to place the slab here just to create that transition. Now, what I'm thinking for this, though, is take all of these out, like this, add in some slabs, but then also what I could do is I could take this out, make this into a full block, make this into a full block, oops, and then make this guy into a full block. Leave this like that. Turn this into full or half blocks, and then turn this into a full block. And then what I'll do with that is I'll add on, if I can go grab them, probably like trapdoors or something like that on that. Well, let's just see what that looks like. It's a weird transition, so it's going to be kind of hard for me to find something that I like. First off, let's try this. Doesn't look terrible. And then what if I added like something like that? And then I could put on top of that, I could put like either, like, yeah, that doesn't look half bad either. I'm gonna go let's make ourselves 2 more trapdoors and see how we like it. Now this, like this. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I know it's kind of weird, but we have to keep it sort of at this level. And now we can grind a lot easier. How many? We already have 68 blazes and we only have 3 spawners. So clearly this is going to work pretty well. So one thing I want to check, though, is I want to see if they're still only spawning inside of the designated area that I want them to spawn in. I think they will because they stack, so that's not something we will really have to worry about. But I just want to check just to make sure that there's none around the outside, and it looks good. It looks like it's working. So there we go. We've checked off another thing on our list for today. We have completed our blaze spawner. The only thing I kind of wish, though, is that you could kill you guys could kill the blazes on my island to get the XP from it, but sadly right now that is not a thing. It is a thing on Dream and Futuristic, so if you guys are interested in something like that, you guys can head over to those regions and try that out. So I just realized how good this blaze spawner actually is, and I've been grinding away at it for like 5 minutes, and I've gotten a pretty high level, but now my sword is basically done, and I'm going to repair it for the first time ever, but I kind of want to change the name of it, so I'm just going to probably name it something pretty silly like Trek Sword or something like that. So we're just going to go with, let's go with the, no. Let's go with, I don't know what to go, I'll just go with Trek's Sword. I was thinking something a little bit different. Trek's Swords. No, Trek's Sword. And I guess it has to have the E in front of it. I don't want the E in front. There we go. Trek's Sword. There we go. Now we've got our sword repaired, and I can go back to grinding away on this guy right here. So I'm probably just going to sit here for a little bit longer, get up to probably like level 50 or something like that, and then we're going to go ahead and try to tackle our next, I guess, thing for today's episode. Before I go ahead and do what I want to do next, I'm just going to go ahead and use these 50 levels or whatever I have to enchant a bunch of stuff. So I'm just going to probably just sit here and spam as many books as I can. Hopefully we can get some good enchants out of this. I think I already saw I'm breaking 3 twice now. And I think I saw what else did I see? There's a power 4, and then we got okay, so let's see, we got fire aspect, power 4, feather falling, and fortune 3. Those aren't bad. The fortune 3 doesn't really matter, but the feather falling is pretty good. Even though I have flash fly, so that's not that good actually. So the only thing that's really good that we got out of this was probably just the unbreaking, which isn't bad. I'm just going to continue to enchant. I'm really looking to get a silk touch book because I want to go ahead and put it on shears so that way I can grab this guy over here. So we're going to go back to our /is. We're going to throw these guys into one of these chests. I think it's this chest. And then we're going to go talk about what I was going to be doing hopefully next. So what I was actually planning on doing next was I was going to revamp our Nether farm thing that the community kind of started on SkyRegions Fantasy. Now, that has changed. I'm not going to be doing that because it's kind of a waste of time. Now, what we did have going was we had some skeleton spawners set up that people were using as like a community thing. And of course, there's that 1 or 2 like poop head that's going to be out there that's going to go ahead and just ruin the fun for everyone. So I'm actually not going to revamp it because clearly you guys can see it's not here anymore because somebody took all the spawners and then griefed the entire area. So what I think I want to do next is I kind of actually want to make ourselves I guess, a way to get up to the AFK place, I guess, is kind of what I want to try to do. Now, I don't exactly know how I want to do that because I have to go outside of this wall and somehow I have to get all the way up to up there, which, oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. Oh my gosh. Well, looks like we're going to have to buy ourselves a dead bush from somebody. So I have to make it from all the way down here, all the way up to up here, which seems like kind of a daunting task in my opinion. So we'll have to probably just turn on the time-lapse and just probably make ourselves a little path all the way up and then probably go ahead and then just decorate it afterwards. So I think that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to probably cue a time-lapse to making a way up to here, kind of like a gradual path all the way up to the top, and then we'll kind of work on this little area together. So I hope you guys did enjoy that time-lapse. Now, I know we did not completely finish it, but that is because I want to carry the rest of this over into next episode because I've been pushing this episode for about 5 days now, and I've been really procrastinating on this build, and then when I started to build the actual build, it's been pretty daunting. It's been a pretty daunting task. I'm throwing as much detail as I can in everywhere, but I want to get the episode out before, like, another 2 weeks goes by, before I haven't uploaded for 2 weeks. So we're going to just end this time-lapse here, and we're going to carry that on to next episode. We'll start the next episode off by just pumping this out. Now, I think next episode, we're just going to build the time-lapse until about here, either from here over or from here over, and then we can try to decide what we want to do with here, because I kind of want to make this almost like a little central hub type of thing where we branch off in different directions to go to different things. Now, also in next episode, I again want to do something with something that I'm about to show you in the next clip. I want to do something with those, so we're gonna cut to that clip and I'll explain that afterward. So we got a quick random change of plan. So this guy just said that he's gonna give me random squid spawners, so if he's just gonna give them to me, you know, I don't normally take handouts, but if he's gonna give me 12 squid spawners, I am definitely going to take them. Now, this isn't necessarily something that's gonna happen all the time, but he offered and I thought he was joking, and I guess I was wrong. So we'll put these to test. Probably in next episode, we'll probably go ahead and develop some sort of squid spawner. Now, I hope you guys are getting what you guys liked and asked for. We're trying to add as many different types of spawners in this season as possible. So in that clip, it showed me only getting 12 squid spawners, but the guy ended up giving me even more squid spawners afterwards, and we ended up getting 26 squid spawners. That is an awesome amount of squid spawners. I'm not sure how we're going to implement that. I know obviously we're going to have to make a spawner for him, but I'm thinking that the best location for that might be right about here, and that is something we're going to tackle next episode. Hopefully we can try to do that. I don't know, because it's a lot of building and I try to throw as much detail in as possible, so we may have to split that up again into 2 episodes. Definitely might try to get it placed so that way we can use it and grind it in between episodes, but for right now I think we are just going to worry about building a little bit next episode. But one more thing before we end off today's episode that I want to show you is somebody sold me let me see if I can't find it. Somebody sold me a Guardian spawner for 125k. I don't actually remember his name. I think, let me check tabs, see if he's still on. I think I don't see him. I don't remember exactly who I bought it from, but they sold me a Guardian spawner for $120,000, so that is something we definitely putting to use, because then we can get all the sea lanterns we want, all the prismarine blocks that we want, and that's just something that I really wanted to get, and I'm kind of happy that I got it for like 175k off shop price. This is where we're going to bring today's episode to an end. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I hope you guys are ready to tune in for next episode when we can try to start to finish the rest of this. Now, I am going to leave my island unlocked even though it is not completely finished, because I know that there's a lot of you guys out there would like to see outside of my island, so we're going to leave it unlocked in between episodes so that way you guys can, if you would like to, come up here and AFK when I'm not online. But most of the time when I'm online, I normally have Miss Drek over here just chilling in the AFK pool to get us some iron, because it does give us a little bit of money. But I have actually found out one more money source that I have actually been using a lot, and now it's actually pretty beneficial, and it's using somebody else's profit shop. Now, I'm not going to name the person that I use. Now, if they would like to, they can advertise that, not in my comment section, but they can advertise it on the server. But most people's profit shops are pretty dank, and they're pretty awesome and pretty beneficial to your bank account in a way, because whenever I go to this profit shop, I get about 50k in about 15 minutes just selling all this stuff, because as soon as I sell around in a circle, because their profit shop is set up like this, where the chests are in a circle around you and the water system flows around and fills into all of them. So by the time you sell from here all the way around and get back to here, this one's now filled back up again, and you can go all the way back in, because I think they have like some dumb amount of IG spawners, and it's very, very beneficial for me. So if you guys are looking for another way that you can possibly make a little cash on here, try, I guess, going to other people. I know they make some money off it, you'll make some money off it. It's just a win-win situation. As always, guys, I love you all. See you guys later. Peace out.